of Torah this year is entitled Hilchot Chanuka, having in mind not to be Yotzai the Mitzvah. So in a typical case, we hold that if a person is in a situation where he could be Yotzai the Mitzvah from someone else, he could choose to be Yotzai the Mitzvah or to opt out. He's hearing Kiddush at the table. He could choose to be Yotzai from that Kiddush or decide he's going to make it on his own. His wife's not there yet. He's going to wait a few more minutes so he could say it again for himself and for her. And he listened to Kiddush. He answered Amain to the Kiddush, but he opted out. And that's fine to opt out. It could be in general, if him and his family are all there, they should be Yotzai from the Makadesh because of Rov Amhad Basmelach, so that all of them could be doing the mitzvah together as one. But that's a separate discussion. But technically, I could choose not to be Yotzai the mitzvah. So to Sfirat HaOmer, I hear the Chazan say, I say Amain, and then I count myself with my own Beracha. But I just said Amain to his Beracha. Very simple. I could opt out. I could have in mind not to be Yotzai. That's fine. It makes perfect sense. We say this again and again. Beracha Shacha, the Chazan says out loud, and you repeat after when you say that Beracha. When I say Amain, I want it to be simply a response to his praise to Hashem. I don't want it to be Shomei Kohen. I don't want to make it my Beracha. It's fine. However, when it comes to Chanukah, it's not so simple. My wife is lining for me, and I'm on the road. And she has a mind to be Motzi me, I have a mind to be Yotzai from her. I'm fine, I'm Yotzai from her. Let's say, no, I want to light the candles where I'm staying in a hotel room. I know I could be Yotzai from her. I want to do it myself. So I can have in mind. Not Yotzai from her lighting for me. So candle lighting is 4:55, let's say. At 4:55, I'm going to light. She just lighted a minute ago in Beit Shemesh for me. Yeah, but I had in mind at 4:55 that I'm going to be lighting tonight, and I don't want to be Yotzai from her. That's how halacha always works. You can't force a mitzvah upon me. That's exactly what the Ramah says in the Shulchan Aruch. He quotes the Rishonim, the Mahar Real, and others that, yeah, I can opt out. I can decide either to be Yotzai from her or not. Obviously, I have to decide before she lights, so that when she's lighting, it's clear that lighting will cover my chiyuv or will not cover my chiyuv. That is the Maharil, and the Ramah paskins that way. The Mishabur quotes the Maharshal, Beis Yosef quotes him as well, where he writes that I cannot opt out. Simple pshat the way Mr. Brewer understands the Marshal, maybe other ways to understand it, but Mr. Brewer understands him, that once that this mitzvah is different, and once she lights, that's it. I cannot decide that I will not be Yotzai the mitzvah. Question is why? When is a mitzvah ever forced upon me? I can always decide that I'm Yotzai or not. I can do it on my own, or I'll Yotzai through the other mechanism. How can it be forced upon me? So it could be that over here you need a Nair Dolik in the house. You need a Nair, a candle lit. And the bottom line is my wife lit the candle in the house. She did it for me, for the family, and I'm done. Yeah, but I don't want to be done. What do you mean you don't want to be done? The candle's lit in the house. It's not just a mice that you have to do. It's not an amir, it's praise that you say Kiddush, that you can opt out, where you can decide you say it yourself, or you're going to listen to someone else say it. You can decide you're going to count the Omer and say the Bracha, or you can listen to the Chazan's Bracha. Here, it's just a reality that there is a properly lit candle in your house, and that's just it. So there, in such a case, we say that you cannot opt out, and therefore you cannot make the bracha. Mishabura is concerned about such a sheet, and therefore he says that you should either light before your wife lights, or light and listen to the bracha from others, while the Aruch HaShulchan is not concerned. He passes like the Maharil, and of course, Lamais, that person should talk to his posek about what to do. Shalom.